Hey guys, another beautiful day in the beautiful life. I hope you're doing well. Again, the video is vibrating. What can I do about that? Nothing. Anyways, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're safeguarding your energy from people who don't have your wellness in mind. Yeah. What is today's video going to be about? Today's video is going to be about breaking cycles and habits of overgiving and people pleasing. Yeah. And then also accepting that, nobody's going to understand you to the level, depth, or degree that you can understand them. Yeah, I think I struggled with this for most of my life, and that I've made several videos about being a loner or a hermit. And honestly, I've accepted that. Yeah, like I've noticed that trying to fit in, trying to like find your people is very disheartening, and not only that, it just sets you up for disappointment. Yeah. So just accept things as they are. Accept that you are a loner and you probably thrive in solitude and silence. That's probably where you feel the most peace, the most clarity. And yeah, like because you're able to like thrive in such circumstances and spaces, I feel like honestly, yeah, if I were to be completely blunt and honest, that's a rare quality. Like, if you think about it, most people can't sit by themselves. In fact, they don't even like sitting by themselves. So, if you can't sit with yourself and you can't, like, be comfortable in silence and solitude, that just shows me that you probably have a lot of issues and aspects about yourself that you just don't like, because you know what I mean? Because if you don't like something, think about it. When you don't like something, it makes you very uncomfortable. And for most of my life, I didn't like not belonging to a group, or I don't know, not fitting in, I suppose. I didn't like that. And I fought it, and I made myself small, and I contorted myself to be in spaces and places with people that didn't align with me. Yeah, I find like the most peace and happiness and clarity and alignment is found in solitude and silence. And I think, like I said, it's a rare characteristic. And when you're rare, it's hard to like, let's be honest, if and I'm not saying this from like a condescending space or superiority space. I'm saying it, you're rare, so you're not going to fit in. People aren't going to see you or love you or give to you or care for you the way you do. And I think for most of our lives, we've been overextending and people pleasing and just sacrificing a lot of aspects of ourselves in order to get that external validation. And that's where we were going wrong. Yeah, just accept things at face value. Just know that you probably aren't. If you do, what a blessing. But you probably aren't going to come across people who can give and love and care and understand and listen to the depth or to the degree that you can. I've just accepted that. And so that's why I find myself like loving. Yeah, you get to a point where you just love. You love you in fact your preference would be to be alone. With minimal interaction, some interaction. I like the reason why I like to interact with others. Like I actually keep a job. Just I do it to socialize, honestly. Like money, yeah, cool. That's cool too. But I honestly do it for the socialization aspect, because I've noted that like there's some things you can learn on your own, but there's a lot of things that you need to like a lot of things you need to expose yourself to in order to unlock different aspects of yourself that you normally wouldn't be able to on your own. Like I learn a lot of life lessons and I get a lot of insights just by like watching people, interacting with them, and watching like thoughts and feelings that get triggered when somebody does something that I honestly don't agree with. Yeah, and then I like to like pick that apart and analyze it, and yeah, until I get to a point of understanding. So yeah, the only reason I keep a job, honestly, is to socialize. Because if not, I'd be like a major hermit. Like, and I think that would stunt my growth to some degree, or stunt my expansion. It's all about the middle point. You know what I mean? Like, there's a balance point. And that's what I strive for. Um, where was I going with this? Yeah. So for me, like, I know I'm a good listener. I know I have the capacity to give so much and to love and care so much, but I was destroying myself by over extending. You see, over caring, over doing, over loving, being overly accessible. So now I just kind of moderate that, like I regulate that. My rule of thumb is I'll give I'll give the same energy that somebody gives me. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I think that's pretty balanced. Because think about it, like that's why like you for most of your life you probably attracted narcissists and opportunists and manipulators. It's because you were trying to manipulate them, and you know what I mean, in exchange for like acceptance, in exchange for like being accepted. Yeah, period. Pretty much. But once you accept yourself, like completely, you don't need that external validation. And then you can regulate over giving, overextending. You know what I mean? For me, yeah, I'll like give and I still care and I still love, but I will show up to the same degree that another person shows up. Does that make sense? That way I can conserve my energy, my precious energy. That that way you can conserve your precious energy and stop like, yeah, just like stop the leaks, stop the energetic leaks. You know what I mean? And then you may wonder, like, okay, so what do you do with that? Yeah, I just sit with myself and I give it back to myself. I use that energy to understand myself more. I use that energy to validate myself, my decisions, my choices, my feelings, my thoughts. I use all of that energy that I was outletting and I put it back into myself. And it's not selfish. I know, I think we've been conditioned to believe it's selfish to think of oneself. But honestly, like if you are an empath or a highly sensitive person, it's not selfish. In fact, for most of your life, if you really were honest with yourself, you were doing a lot of things just to feel accepted because you didn't accept yourself. Yeah, once you accept yourself, like you become pretty untouchable, honestly. Like you can go around the world, like and things will just like bounce right off of you. In a lot of like videos and information that I've sifted through, they say like surround yourself with gold light. Gold light absorbs though. So you want to surround yourself with silver light and fill yourself up with gold light. I don't know if that makes sense to you. So like what I do is I do a regular energy cleanse. Um, Simplest thing, I'm gonna say what comes to mind. I heard there's this guy I watch, Jonathan Parker. I don't know. Go look up his YouTube. It's pretty badass. Everything he says just makes complete sense, like complete resonance. But yeah, cleanse your energy every day. What you do is you envision your aura around you like a bubble that's about 3 feet, like above your head, below your feet, and around you. And then you yeah, you just kind of like envision it being a silver so that it reflects energies. And then if you see any holes in your aura, like patch it up with gold, fill yourself up with gold, call your power back, return energies to sender, and then surround yourself with a column of violet light. And that violet light is like a violet flame that just kind of burns off everything that's not yours. Yeah, just do that every day. Take 5 minutes out of your day. Eventually, you'll get to a point where it'll be easy peasy. Like you don't even have to try so hard. It'll just be like muscle memory. Anyways, I gotta go. I didn't realize what time it was. Oh my God. Anyways, if you learned something from this video, cool. If you didn't, that's cool too. Thanks for stopping by. Have the most blessed day and blessings to one and all. Amen.